I want to start this video by just saying a small thing. That thing being, I was right, baby! Yes! Yeah, take that, Mr. I Work at Rockstar. I was right. Sorry. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support you've given me on the last few videos, and I hope you enjoy this one. The Institute are one of the most hidden factions in the world of Fallout. They hide deep under the ground, watching and observing the surface dwellers above them, watching them, interfering and stopping them when they want to, and even kidnapping those they deem fit to be a part of their incredibly powerful faction. All while the humans themselves within the Institute live some of the most luxurious and comfortable lives deep under the ground, in their highly advanced city-like base, while the people above them suffer, scoundrel, and barely live and barely have enough food and water to survive, under constant threat of raiders and super mutants caused by the people below ground, without them even knowing. The Institute look to achieve one thing, and one thing at its core, that thing being to rebuild and grow. They of course want to do this through what they deem to be the best and most important way possible, through human science and intelligence. The Institute is a faction that is made up of almost completely scientists who believe that what they are doing will ensure that humanity will survive forever. The Institute's main goal by the end of Fallout 4 is to get the beryllium agitator to power the Institute's base's main reactor. If you pick their ending, they do in fact achieve this goal, leaving them with endless amounts of clean water, fresh food to grow, and all the necessary advantages safety of modern science can provide. They of course have also reached their goal of being the strongest in the Commonwealth, with their enemy factions being completely wiped out. In the end, they do achieve their goal. The Institute have managed to guarantee humanity's survival through science and through existing hidden deep under the ground from the surface dwellers above who could disrupt their operation. The Brotherhood of Steel, the Railroad, are completely wiped out, leaving the Institute pretty much untouchable. They did it. They single-handedly have now granted humanity that second chance at survival, but also have moved forward, and once again, just like before the bombs dropped, can now achieve total technology supremacy, but just this time under the ground. But what did all this cost them? The extinction of a group of people trying to save and liberate robot life that they had created to do their dirty work for them. They call them Synths, and deem them as nothing more than robotic machines designed to complete a task for the humans that live under the ground. Many groups of people above ground believe that these robot forms are actually something highly intelligent, something more than just circuits and wiring working together to do the Institute's bidding, and more, they deem them to be a highly intelligent, self-thinking life form, which in a way is very, very true and extremely evident throughout the game. Not that it matters anymore, as the Railroad as a faction have been completely wiped out. The only faction that dedicated their cause to saving and liberating Synths, gone, reduced to a pile of bodies under an old church. Or maybe I should mention the Brotherhood of Steel. Arguably the Fallout universe's strongest military faction was completely destroyed by the Institute in a battle. Or maybe I should talk about all the dead Commonwealth people the Institute has been directly responsible for having killed by their synth courses. Or even maybe the FEV virus, which the Institute were responsible for releasing to the surface dwellers. The Institute, a faction that prides themselves on being diplomatic in the ways of science, could not even try or be bothered to talk their way out of conflict with the Brotherhood of Steel or the Railroad, resulting in absolutely hundreds, if not thousands, of people's deaths, including children, may I add. Or maybe I should mention the very Commonwealth itself laying in complete ruin while the Institute enjoys mankind's fruits under the ground. But of course, the question still remains. The question being, was it truly worth it? All the death, the destruction, and the pain just so that a group of people can survive under the ground, not sharing any of these resources with the struggling people above ground who are barely able to survive, drink water, or even eat food. All while the Institute exists, exploiting the very things they have created to work for them, not willing to understand that the creatures they have created may not just be robots, but real life thinking and feeling things with emotion and and empathy. Well, maybe it was worth it. Humanity, thanks to the Institute, will survive and continue to survive well. There is now no way that the above world could cause the Institute to collapse or even interfere with the Institute's operations. The Institute can continue to rebuild, eventually creating huge, monopoly, incredible underground cities filled with people living normal, great lives, able to drink, eat, and not having to worry about the threat of raiders or even radiation killing them. This is the Institute's goal: humanity to be able to survive. And thanks to the Institute, they can. You could make an incredibly compelling argument that at the expense of the above ground people, the very small expense, now humanity can survive. But not only survive, end up prospering, redeveloping, and recreating technologies never seen before, all while they're in the safety of staying under the ground where no one can interfere with their operations, perfectly creating the perfect society. Maybe it really was worth it. How long can it really last? That is the question. How long really can this thing last? With the Institute's destruction of the Brotherhood of Steel, or should I say just one part of the huge Brotherhood of Steel, there is almost bound to be some more show up in the Commonwealth and try to take down or stop the Institute, in which maybe their initial fighting with the Brotherhood of Steel would have been for nothing, and once more they will have to fight again, and this time they very well may be crushed under the very powerful might and boot of the Brotherhood of Steel. Or maybe they will win and they will last a long time, but it's very unclear to say, and it's even more unclear to see. The Brotherhood of Steel are an incredibly powerful force, and there's a small part of me that says that maybe even no versions of the Brotherhood of Steel come up to help their fallen brothers, but this part of me is highly doubtful. I think the Brotherhood of Steel would show up, and I think they would show up with hard intent, trying to wipe out the Institute, and in this reality, a battered Institute that only just won the battle against the Brotherhood of Steel initially would probably fall to reinforcements. Or maybe the Commonwealth could just be locked in an endless war, ravaging the people above ground like the Institute are so used to doing. Or maybe the Institute will survive further, finishing off their great, powerful technologies and creations, and even maybe going back to some kind of real-life society before the bombs dropped, only this time under the ground. Maybe society is better off. Maybe you can never cure above ground of the radiation, the raiders, the ghouls, the super mutants, and all the chaos and destruction that comes with it. But maybe, just maybe, surviving under the ground, using mankind's greatest technological strengths and most talented minds, maybe then you can truly create a safe society for man to be rebirthed into. But I want to leave you with one final question. Is it all worth it for the amount of pain and destruction the Institute have caused above ground, and the almost 100% guarantee that they will not be there for the surface dwellers? How much of humanity are they truly saving? Well, thank you guys ever so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I tried something a little bit different here. Do let me know down in the comments what you thought of the video, and also answer the question I left at the end of the video. Please feel free to do. Lots more Fallout content coming soon, guys, so stay tuned, and I will be back to weekly upposts very soon. Thank you guys ever much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.